What's up, champions fam? It's Zeke410 back with a brand new WWE Champions video. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all for long, so let's go ahead and get right into it. As you all can see from this screenshot here, we know who the next upcoming brand new WWE Champion is, and that's none other than Scott Hall, Hall of Fame powerhouse. Now, me being a huge mark for Chico Reza Ramon, the bad guy, I am actually pretty hyped to see him ooze some more machismo into the game. But at the same time, there's a couple hints and clues as to what will be within the Wrestlemania MLC just from this screenshot alone. First and foremost, he is a Hall of Fame subcategory champion. And if I recall correctly, he is the very first powerhouse Hall of Fame champion. So that's cool. But that also means that we're probably going to see the return of Hall of Fame champions. So Eddie Guerrero, Sting, and Lita will possibly make their return alongside with those ingots, that Hall of Fame prize wall, as well as those Hall of Fame token offers for those of you who have gotten lucky with the former Hall of Fame loot banners. So that's one thing to consider. Now, this guy is looking pretty solid. You can run him with the double green. You can run him with the double red, but right out of the gate, there's a couple counters to him. You can run Akira Tozawa or the Hammer Valentine to steal that green MP. And also on top of that, you can run Great One Rock, who can steal the red from him. There's a couple easy counters to him depending on what your roster looks like. So that's one thing to consider. Now, something else here. We just concluded the Zombie Spring Outbreak Dub LC. That's a week-long contest for short. Dub LC, WLC. We're about to wrap up the Revenge of NWO Dub LC. Now, more than likely, since we're about to see the Steve Austin, Stone Cold himself, return to Raw, Lord willing, to commemorate Austin 316 on March 16th, 2020, there's a possible chance we might see one more filler Dub LC that's solely focused and based around Steve Austin. So if you are a huge fan of the Texas Rattlesnake, then by all means, get your disposable income prepared. Now, here's something else that could be a possibility. Even though we're about to see the conclusion of Revenge of NWO, the NWO members might possibly be making a return within the WrestleMania MLC on a banner of some sorts, or even within a contest, for the simple fact that actual NWO members, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Sean Waltman, aka Six, X-Pac, 123 Kid, and of course Hulk Hogan are being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So there is a chance we will see a return of the NWO within WrestleMania's MLC, but there's also something else to keep in mind. Normally, whenever Hall shows up, so does Nash. We've seen this clearly with the Revenge of NWO and even in the past. So there is a chance that we might not just only get Hall of Fame Hall, we could also possibly see Hall of Fame Nash and even possibly a Hall of Fame Sean Waltman or even a Hall of Fame Hogan. That's still up in the air. I personally would like to see Drew McIntyre and Shayna Baszler make their proper in-game debuts, but the blog by Scopely and Champions is yet to be properly released yet, so we don't know all the full details. All we know is that Scott Hall, Hall of Fame powerhouse, is on the way. Be on the lookout from gameplay, 4-star gold exclusive gameplay from the Broskis, and I hope you all enjoy it, and y'all let me know your thoughts once you see his maxed out stats. If you want to pursue him, being that they are the Hall of Fame class, they are going to be some top tier units, but who knows? He might be on the lower side of things. But all in all, I'm just letting y'all know, look, more than likely, since he is a Hall of Fame champion, we will see the return of other Hall of Fame champions. He is a member of the NWO. They are being inducted, so it would be cool to see champions and Scopely line things up. I know that might be a bitter pill to swallow for some, especially with all the disposable income that's being invested within the Revenge of NWO contest, especially following up with the gear for the Zombie Spring Outbreak and the possible chance of an Austin 316 Dub LC as well. 3 back-to-back legit LCs that are possibly going to be behind a paywall, but when isn't there anything behind a paywall? And you know how I feel about the shards. I'd rather it just be a banner where you can pull the champion first and then you start accumulating shards, but that's neither here or there. It would be too easy for them because people would just get the champion and then they would stop pulling unless they really wanted to go in to pull these champions at 4-star gold, as you can see right here. But all in all, I am hyped that Scott Hall's getting another variation. Whether he's accompanied by Hall, whether the other two, Waltman or Hogan, join up is another thing up in the air. But we do know with a Hall of Fame champion coming back, you could at least expect to see a Hall of Fame loot banner come through. There's also the possibility that we might see the NWO Broskies return. Maybe there's some more gear that gets added and included and introduced within WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the Mecca. It's the godfather of the big four for WWE: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble. So this is a perfect opportunity to cash in, so to speak, for WWE champions due to all the hype around it. But let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Are you going to invest or not? Are you going to skip on Hall? Me personally, as much as I love Hall to death, I've yet to get any variation of him. I am going to do an easy skip on this, but I know there's going to be other people who treat this game like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. You got to recruit them all. So mad props to all of them, because again, as much as free-to-play likes to hate and complain, you got to give mad love and thank yous to the whales, because they keep the lights on and they give us a game to complain about. So that's something you just got to look back at and accept. Just because you don't spend money on it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. And plus, if you're not going to be a player that has this champion, you can at least be a person who prepares themselves on how to counter the champion. Again, Hall's a great character. I love Scott Hall in general, but look, he's got two red moves. You can easily counter him with a champion that steals red MP. He has 2 green moves. You can easily counter him with a champion that steals green MP. And if I recall correctly, he also has black moves as well, and you can counter him with someone who steals black. So that's one way to look at it. Plus, there's class advantage with him being a powerhouse. He's weak against technicians. So there's different ways to counter these champions. Even if you don't recruit them, you can come up with solutions, especially with perks being included, on how to defeat them. So with that being said, y'all, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Who would you like to see come out in this WrestleMania MLC? Do you think there's going to be an Austin 316 LC beforehand, or after the conclusion after the conclusion of Revenge of NWO, are we shooting straight right into WrestleMania MLC season? Let me know. And until next time, mad love always. And in the best words of Scott Hall, bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Until next time, peace.